My name is Dr. David Provost, and you're watching the Weight Loss Surgery channel.
Welcome to Weight Loss Surgery News. I'm your host, Leslie Thompson, and thank you for joining us today. In this week's news, find out why more children are suffering from sleep-disordered breathing and whether strict diets for younger kids affect the rates of obesity among older children. Plus, we'll take a big fat Greek look at how one Hollywood star got seriously slim. But first, in response to a worrying trend toward obesity among Scots, the government in Edinburgh has announced its adoption of a French anti-obesity project in an attempt to duplicate its significant success. The new effort is based upon a French program called Preventing Childhood Obesity Together, better known under its French language acronym EPOD. Under the Scottish version of the EPOD program, 8 communities in areas with the highest rates of childhood obesity will be designated as healthy weight communities. In each of these, a coalition of local governments, schools, private businesses, National Health Service Scotland, and other volunteers will create a network of healthy living support services, ranging from walking clubs to breastfeeding support, all with the goal of engaging the whole community in establishing healthy eating and lifestyles as the norm. Healthy weight communities will specifically combat child obesity by establishing a curriculum focused on health and well-being and deploying it in local schools. In France, EPOD and its predecessor program, Vie Santé, or Healthy Towns, were credited with cutting child obesity rates by some 25%. But will a program that worked in the land of wine and cheese have an equal effect in the land of whiskey and haggis? We'll keep an eye on the project and let you know. Meanwhile, Scotland's neighbor to the south is undergoing its own childhood obesity trial. A recent scientific analysis of primary care provider data shows that Black children and kids from London's poor families are more at risk of obesity than kids from other ethnicities and economic classes. According to the London Health Observatory, 11% of London's 4 to 5-year-olds and 22% of 10 to 11-year-olds are at risk of becoming obese. The problem may be related to ethnic and cultural factors. The data shows that children from Black ethnic groups in all age categories were at greater risk of obesity than kids belonging to other ethnic groups. Boys were at greater risk than girls in all categories as well. Obesity is widely regarded as Britain's most serious public health problem. A well-known 2007 report by the UK government's Foresight program predicted that without a successful public health effort to combat obesity, some 60% of men, 50% of women, and 25% of children in the UK will be classed as obese by 2050, with corresponding increases in the incidence of heart attacks, stroke, diabetes, and other obesity-related diseases. Foresight also estimated that obesity-related costs to the British National Health Service, currently £4.2 billion a year, will more than double by 2050 if nothing is done to stop the obesity plague. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll pay a visit with Yvonne McCarthy and get her latest recommendation for finding weight loss surgery information and support on the web. Then we'll find out how the writer and star of My Big Fat Greek Wedding dropped 40 pounds and why she claims she's not obsessed. We'll be right back with more weight loss surgery news in just a minute.
Find out what's really going on in the bariatric community when the Weight Loss Surgery channel brings you exclusive insider coverage of the 2009 annual meeting of the American Society for Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery from the Gaylord Texan Resort Hotel and Convention Center in Grapevine, Texas. We'll bring you the latest medical technologies, new surgical techniques, and groundbreaking research related to the treatment of obesity straight from the nation's leading doctors and healthcare professionals. The Weight Loss Surgery channel is your all-access pass to the action. Coverage of the 26th annual meeting of the ASMBS is sponsored by Allergan, makers of the lap band AP system.